Hi there, my name's Tom Lindsay. I'm co-founder and director of Accelerating Action, and this is a quick walkthrough as well as an update on new features for Accelerating Action. So I'm going to show you how you can do a quick assessment of any action of yours to show its impact, whether that's environmental, social, economic, or governance impacts, all in line with the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. So what I have here today is our demonstration account, and I'm going to use the example of a climate action plan and how we've assessed it. But you can assess anything from plans, policies, projects, even funding applications using Accelerating Action. And it's the same three steps, whatever it is that you may be assessing. Now, if you were to start a new assessment, you would just select the button at the top here, Start New Assessment. But we've got an existing one, so I'm going to walk you through how we've done this assessment for this climate action plan. So there's only three steps to any assessment. The first step is the assessment info page, where you fill in the basic information on what it is that you're assessing. So this one is very simple to run through and complete. Step two is the tags page. Tags are preset. You don't have to create these yourself. And they are themes and topics related to sustainable development and the SDGs. And all you're doing on this page is selecting the tags you think are relevant, representative of what your action is about. You can see here we've grouped the tags, and you can see the people group here as well as planets, and the ones we've selected in yellow are the ones we think are relevant to this climate action plan. If you're ever stuck to understand what the technical terms are, you can hover over and you get a brief definition. So once you've run through the different tags, you've selected the ones you think represent your action, you can click to the third and final step. So the third and final step is the targets page. This is a short list of the SDG targets that are relevant based on the tags you selected in the previous step. So you can see a few here on the page. The first one around water quality. And all you do on this page is you select the targets you think are relevant to your action by clicking the tick box in the top right. So that's how you can do a very basic, simple, quick assessment. If you want to, and it's entirely optional, you can go into more detail and start selecting if you think your action is having a positive or negative impact, or maybe a direct versus indirect impact. If you also want to, you can explain for each target what actions you're taking to help deliver on that target by opening up the Actions tab. You can see we have a pre-prepared one here, and you fill out the title, description, and if you have any indicators. We also have a new feature called Status, where you can say, is it perhaps in progress? Have you completed it? Has it not been started yet? Or maybe you're not tracking this particular target and action. If you need any help or ideas on actions to take, you can open up this drop down, and here for every single target we give you 6 example actions, and if you select any of these, it will pre-fill these fields with example text, which you can feel free to edit. You also add additional actions if you like to. But I'm going to close that up and move to the final page, which is the results page. You now have your assessment profile that's saved into your account. Feel free to download this as a PDF report, which is useful as a standalone report or maybe as an annex to an existing report. It gives you the high-level impact results, as well as captures all the info you've put into the assessment, general info, the tags you've selected, as well as a really helpful SDG wheel graphic that shows all of your impact. You can see the targets that have been selected for this particular assessment in this one diagram, so you can show that impact in one place. Now, this is also really useful for gap analysis to see equally which targets you hit and which targets and goals you don't hit as well. What you can also do is toggle this button here to show your progress on different targets. So if you remember the status criteria in the previous step, this is showing which targets have actions related to them and what is their status, whether they're not started, in progress, completed, or maybe you've decided not to track those particular actions and targets. If I scroll down, the next latest feature we have is something called interpretation. You can see that this is already pre-filled, but what this is an AI-generated piece of text to explain the relationship between your action, in this case, the climate action plan, and your SDG impact. So very useful as a piece of written interpretation to explain what your impact is. Further down, we have an impact overview, and then the SDGs that this action is linked to, as well as the particular targets. And you can see this list here shows the targets you've selected, but also shows the actions if you've mentioned actions for any targets, as well as the indicators if you had them as states. So that's it. I hope you found that useful. It's a very quick run through of how to do any assessment on any plan, policy, project, or funding application that you may want to communicate your impact on. So thank you for watching.